Hi, it's Lucy Carlson here. When it comes to martial arts movie greats, you can't do a whole lot better than Jackie Chan. The man's been doing his thing for decades, and he's still active in the film world. There have been a lot of re-releases of older Jackie Chan films on modern formats, and on the Blu-ray disc format a few years back, Criterion gave us this. This is Jackie Chan, Emergence of a Superstar, a set that includes 6 of Jackie's early films. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Close-up there of Jackie in many of the roles from the film. There's our spine text, back cover. Okay, outside on the inner slipcover we have the names of the films that are included here. The Young Master, Half a Loaf of Kung Fu, Fearless Hyena, Spiritual Kung Fu, My Lucky Stars, Fearless Hyena 2. As with all Criterion releases, we get a pretty nice sized insert in here as well. This includes some synopses and cast information for each of the films. Plus there's some great vintage artwork and essays. And we get 4 discs in here. Disc 1 has Half a Loaf of Kung Fu and Spiritual Kung Fu. Disc 2 has The Fearless Hyena and Fearless Hyena 2. Disc 3 has The Young Master, and Disc 4 has My Lucky Stars. I'm not going to pull these off here because the discs all have the same artwork and there's nothing underneath except the plain red background. Originally tapped as a potential successor to Bruce Lee, Hong Kong martial arts phenom Jackie Chan soon established his own unique screen persona, blending goofball, slapstick, and bone-crunching kung fu into intricate feats of supercharged athleticism. Tracing his rise from breakout star to full-fledged auteur, these 6 unabashedly silly, unstoppably entertaining early career highlights find Chan refining the lovably mischievous image that would make him a global icon, while also assuming greater creative control over his projects, first as his own martial arts choreographer, and later as a writer-director who set a thrilling new standard for daredevil action comedy. It is no secret that I love the cinema of Jackie Chan. I've reviewed several releases of his films on this channel. I'll actually include a link to some of those up above if you want to check those out when you're done watching this review. And this takes us back to the late 70s, early 80s, again in a fairly early stage of Jackie's career. There are 6 films included in this set, and over the course of time, Jackie goes from being a martial arts choreographer to being the writer-director. Some of the early movies he's actually credited as Jackie, spelled J-A-C-K-Y. So that gives you an idea of just how old these films are. And the movies have some eccentric plots. I mean, you might find Jackie wandering from town to town trying to find a place where he can stay and work. You might find him encountering some phantom spirits that were living in an ancient martial arts book. You might find him exiled from his kung fu school where he was raised. Or in one case, you even see him in more of a supporting role. I have to say, there are some great stunts in these movies, and of course Jackie Chan has his own signature brand of humor. However, I am going to be completely honest, the films are a bit hit and miss. I don't think there's a single movie in this collection that I'd actually call a great movie. The movies certainly have some great moments, and Jackie's blend of slapstick and goofiness with martial arts and stunts expertise certainly comes in handy, but the movies themselves, a lot of the other attempts at plot and story and some of the other more comedic elements and even the more dramatic ones just don't really add up. I mean, there are some hilarious scenes in some of these movies. At times they borderline on being essentially live-action Looney Tunes. But then there are times where some of the plots and storylines are just dragged out longer than they need to be. And sometimes the gross-out humor is a bit much. I mean, I was astonished at how many fart jokes there are in these movies. Quite a bit of toilet humor that I wasn't exactly expecting. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just pointing it out. So, the movies themselves are a hit and miss experience, but if you are a fan of Jackie Chan, you do owe it to yourself and go back to look at some of his earlier works. And you do get some great stunts here, including things inspired by the likes of Harold Lloyd and Buster Keaton. So those moments are definitely highlights. These aren't masterpieces, but I would say they're worth watching at least once if you are a Jackie Chan fan or just a fan of martial arts films in general. According to the packaging, all of these got new 2K restorations, and I am happy to say that for the most part, they actually do look pretty good. Obviously, the later films in the set tend to be the ones that look better, but I wouldn't say there's a film in this set that actually looks bad. Some of the optical effects from back in the day obviously haven't aged the best, and those shots will certainly show their age and lack of quality just because that's how things were made back then. But for the most part, picture quality wise, it is a pretty good release. And I'm happy to say that each of the discs does have several supplements. There's a lot of interviews and promotional materials and the like. And while all the films are presented in their original language audio, there are also some English dub tracks. Those are kind of fun to go back and watch. They're entertaining unto themselves just because of how bad the audio sync can be at times. Again, something very true of all dubbed martial arts movies from this period in time. So again, I can't say that any of the films in this set are masterpieces. I don't think they're going to be for everyone, but Jackie Chan's performances definitely steal the show, and that's what really makes this set worth picking up. If you can get this one for a lower price during one of the Criterion Collection sales that goes on, it's worth picking up if you're a fan of martial arts films or you just want to go back in time and see where Jackie Chan got his start. So, a modest recommendation. How about you? Are you a Jackie Chan fan? What do you think of these early films before his big international breakout? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Timothy Carlson. See you next time.